don't really want to stop the show.
But we thought you might like to know. It's
Beatleweek 2015.
2015.
We can all be quiet.
Yeah, 2015. Next year will be our 30th year. It's now known as Beatleweek. But when we started doing it in 1986, the first year we officially took over, it was a weekend. So what we then did, because it was bank holiday weekend, we went to the Monday. And then the following year it was so successful that we then went to the Friday night, and it's carried on going like that, and now it's Beatleweek, and it's that popular now we might even go to 8 days a week.
I'm standing in the dressing room of the Cavern Club, and it's a very small dressing room. And there's lots of people in here at the moment. Yes, it's International Beatle Week, and we have here, well, introduce yourselves to the camera, guys.
Hello, we're the REO Brothers, come from the Philippines, and we're here at the Cavern Club to celebrate the Beatleweek Festival 2015. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
International Beatle Week is upon us again, 2015. Yeah, we're here at the Royal Court because we've got 4 or 5 shows that we're putting on here at the Royal Court. So it's plenty of buzz about the place.
Who's playing tonight?
We've got Donovan, the legend that is Donovan. Obviously, where Donovan fits in with the Beatles story is Rishikesh. Went off to India with them in '68. So what we've done tonight, it's a one-off show which he's put together for us. We've been working with him for about 10 months on it, and it's the Sharrock concert. Sharrock. Donovan, the it's hard to say, isn't it? That's before you start drinking. The Sharrock concert. Right. But basically, we've teamed him up with our resident Beatle band, the Cavern Club Beatles. So in the first half, they're going to be playing songs that ultimately ended up on the White Album, stuff that the Beatles wrote while they were out there. Some of which they were influenced by Donovan. In the second half, we've got Indian musicians, and Donovan's doing some of his songs, some of his songs of that period, and then he's playing some of the songs and telling the stories of the influence he had on them as guitarists while they were out in India, and the songs that they played together. So it's quite an unusual gig really for Beatleweek, but obviously specialised for our crowd.
Hey Chris. Hey Tim. Beatleweek.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Listening to the Beatles and a lot of Beatle bands and playing with the Cavern Club Beatles.
All right.
With Donovan.
Donovan tonight. Is that the biggie this weekend?
Yeah, it is for me.
Excellent. Have you played with him before?
Only yesterday, rehearsing.
So,
yeah,
how's he going to be on the night?
He's going to be great. He's sounding really good. He's a great guy.
Is it the hits plus?
Well, he's doing all Beatles songs apart from Sunshine Superman and Hurdy Gurdy Man.
Oh, right.
So we're playing stuff from the White Album.
So a unique take on Donovan.
Well, he might have done it before, I don't know, but yeah, he hasn't done it with us. So
fantastic.
All that White Album stuff that he was sort of heavily involved with, the Indian thing and all that.
I'm going to go and queue up.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Well, this is the queue.
Good luck tonight. Okay, behind you, yeah. See ya.
See you in a bit.
Donovan.
Hello there. Hello.
Welcome back to Liverpool.
Oh, I'm very happy to be here.
What are you doing here? It's International Beatle Week.
Well, yeah. My relationship with the Beatles is very close, and it started very early with what we were writing about. And what we were writing about was having fun and dancing, yes, but there was a deeper level, and that deeper level was talking to the human condition, and we found in each other a comradeship and also a mission to try to find out if there was anything we could put in our songs that would uplift a whole generation and point them towards our main interest, I think, was meditation. You know, John, Paul, George and Ringo and I, we, of all the singer-songwriters, found that that comradeship in doing that. So whenever I'm invited to a Beatleweek or a Beatle Fest, I'm here. Why? Just like Paul and Ringo and David Lynch with the Transcendental Meditation, any chance to actually highlight it again, I'm here. And so I'll continue with Linda, myself, Ringo and Paul and David Lynch to introduce Transcendental Meditation to schools. It's now in prisons. It's now for the soldiers returning, anywhere there's stress. And so whenever I'm asked, I come. But this one especially, because I said, can we do the White Album? Because of the meditation, because of India. And they said, John of the Cavern group of productions here, said, yeah, of course. So we did something called Sharrock. There'll be a little bit of it on my Facebook soon, I think. But what we did was I played with the Cavern Beatles band and a sitar, a little group called Jazz Deep, which is a wonderful group here. Sitar, tabla, tambura, and I did the songs that we all worked on in India, and that's why I'm here.
So how do you find the audience here in Liverpool?
Well, they couldn't get away. They were all inside at one place. So, so they were in the Royal Court, which is an extraordinary bit of history of Liverpool, and a wonderful venue. And it was packed, and it was wonderful. They were right into it, and the production was fantastic. There was a projection behind of an Indian temple, of course, well, it just worked out fantastic.
At the Adelphi Hotel, because here on International Beatle Week is where everything happens this Sunday. Guests galore, all sorts of excitement behind those old walls. So let's go in, let's have a look, see what's going on. Follow me. How far have you travelled to be here today?
From Australia.
Whereabouts in Australia?
Adelaide, South Australia.
I was going to say that's Adelaide, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why have you come all that way? Because that's a long trip.
Oh, the music means a lot to me. I grew up with the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, people like that, and the Beatles being the top band, and we have to be here.
Well, I've been coming every year really since the 80s, and because I'm a real student of 1960s music, and obviously the Beatles are a big part of it.
What is it about 1960s music? Does Merseyside mean anything to you?
It does, yeah. I love all that. I love the way music developed and changed during the 1960s. And really, I suppose, a lot of, even though I can't actually remember the 1960s, the music at that time really, I think, is fantastic.
You can't remember the 1960s. Is that because you were there? Or because you weren't there?
I was there, but I was really small.
Okay. What have you enjoyed most here today?
Well, I spent most of the afternoon in the ballroom listening to the various interviews, and I really enjoyed in particular Donovan's talk. And I went around to shake the man's hand afterwards as well, which was great.
Well, here we are in the dealer's room, massive ballroom in the middle of the Adelphi Hotel. And if we turn the camera around, you'll see it's jam-packed. I'm about to get my wallet out and stop to buy some wonderful Beatle gear. Have a look, see if there's anything you'd like.
You know what? When I'm going through my box of stuff, I found
Hey, see this face? 20 times in the last day, people have come up to me from all around the world and asked the question, are you George Harrison? I'm not. That is George Harrison. But I am from Liverpool, so I kind of count. Thanks, George. Billy Butler, International Beatle Week.
Thank you, Tim.
What are you doing here? I've never seen you outside of the studio.
No, well, I came here last year, actually, because, as you know, like yourself, I've been a collector, and it's either get rid of my stuff or get rid of the wife. So I've got to get rid of some of my stuff.
is the original drummer of the Reno 4, and he's here today at Beatleweek 2015.
50 odd years after. I'm in my 60th year of musician now, you know.
Fantastic.
So yeah, it's wonderful to be here.
Well, yeah, International Beatleweek, you know, in the lovely Adelphi Hotel.
Well, you know, I came here as a kid to see Roy Rogers and Dickie Valentine and Frankie Lane because they used to be at the Empire. And if I ever thought I would have a table at the Adelphi Hotel and stay in the night at the Adelphi Hotel, my mum would turn over in her grave. She wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. Danny, what are you doing here in International
What am I
Beatleweek?
doing here? I just couldn't stay away from the sausage. The hotel gives a great breakfast. I love it.
They do great sausage at the Adelphi. That's fantastic to know.
I'm not at the Adelphi. I'm at another one. But no,
Other
I
hotels
haven't
are
been
available.
here since '03.
Okay.
Henry and I appeared at this festival, and they've come a long way. It's really grown into a nice big Beatles celebration, which is wonderful.
What are you doing this year? You're playing?
Yes, they've put together, Mark Hudson put together a band where everybody in the band was in a band with a Beatle. You know, it's Gary Van Sciac, the bass player from Elephant's Memory, and Lennon, and Earl Slick, who played with Lennon, and Mark, who did all these records with Ringo, and Joey Mullins here from Liverpool, who played with George, and you know.
And the band gels. I mean,
the first rehearsal was awesome. We rehearsed 3 days in New York to learn 20 songs. So this should have been taken 3 weeks to do what we're going to do in about 5 days' work. So there might be a couple of rough edges, but it's got the energy of the Beatles and the Liverpool scene.
We've pulled all the stops out. We've got a lot of special guests this year, a lot of big names associated with the Beatles, the Beatles story, as well as all the great bands.
What are the origins of the photos? Have you been taking photos for a long time, or?
Well, yes, I've been taking them since I was about 24.
Really?
So this is a long time ago.
And does this exhibition cover?
It covers. I've got some rather nice photographs of the Beatles when we were all in India, and they're rather sweet. And there's plenty of other photographs of George and Eric and various other musicians.
So what makes you come to Beatleweek then?
I think it's the live bands, see all bands from different countries. And,
the atmosphere is really good.
And you can't get this anywhere else.
Quickly, one last thing, what's your favourite thing about the festival?
Just
probably meeting all people from all over the world, really. It's really good,
Okay then.
Yeah.
And just coming together, isn't it?
Yeah, and all being as one, just loving the Beatles together.
All being as one?
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Yes.
Come together. Nice one, thanks girls.
Hi Mark.
Hi.
Here we are, International Beatles Week. Why are you here?
Why am I here? I'm forgetting actually. It's been a long day.
Is there a new book?
Yes.
Is it the old book?
No,
paperback?
I'm still talking about the volume 1 of my trilogy. It is just out in paperback, yes. So there is something new. But I'm here to talk about it and to sign copies of it. And also today I've been interviewing the main celebrity guests on the main stage.
Excellent.
So it's been a full day.
Which of the guests has really stood out for you today? And did you learn something? Because you know everything already.
No.
You learned something new.
No one knows everything about anything. Of course I learned a few things. I did 6 of them, and actually it was one after another, and I need to take stock and reflect on how they went and what people said to me. But I enjoyed them all, and from each person you can learn things. Of course you can. Because I was not present when these events were taking place, and each of the 6 people I interviewed were. And so of course you can learn things from them, and I did.
What are you dealing, and how far have you come to be here today?
Yeah, we come from Germany, and we're dealing with original 60s memorabilia stuff. All this stuff here, original memorabilia.
Do you have a
from the 60s.
favourite piece yourself?
I like the dresses, yeah.
I love the dress.
But I don't wear it. No.
Really? What has been the best thing here today for you?
Donovan.
Did you meet him?
I did meet him, yes. I got my album signed, or his album signed, so yeah, no, amazing, just the stories, just incredible. Just wish we had longer, because he was incredible.
So then, what have you got going on today then yourself?
I'm just here basically. My son and my granddaughter have sort of taken over my reign now with my collection. I have a huge Merseyside Beatles collection, original stuff, you know, and original Remo 4 stuff. Because obviously in the early days we worked with everybody. We were there before the Beatles arrived. We played at the Casbah when they used to rehearse. And, you know, we did all that. We were at the Cavern 12 months before the Beatles arrived. We did 1960. I think they came in at 61. So I got a lot of history there. Yeah. And I've kept it going. I've never been out of it. I've kept it going all these years. And my son's taken over. So I brought him down. He's got some posters. He's manning a table for me. So hopefully my pension should be increased next week by a few quid.
It's my first time here. Not in Liverpool, but doing the Beatleweek thing. And Mark Hudson, my good friend, put together a band. And actually we did a 2-song acoustic piece last night at the theater.
Right.
And then tomorrow night is Monday, Yeah, we're doing full band.
Right. Was it a good crowd last night, audience?
Packed.
The best?
Sold out tomorrow
Fantastic.
night. You know, we've got Denny Silo from the Courtney and drums, and we got some other, everybody's...
That's a band, isn't it?
Everybody's
That
been
is a band.
like with the Beatles somewhere down the line.
Terrific. May Pang, how lovely to meet you.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome to Liverpool.
I love Liverpool.
Is it your first time here?
No, I've been here for many times. My son actually went to Bolton University.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that doesn't even compute.
I know.
An American born? Where
Well, no,
were
he
you
was
born?
I'm an American born, but my son was born in London.
So who got... Oh, right, okay. Even so, that's still a very strange choice.
Well, you know, I was married to producer Tony Visconti.
Now it all makes sense. Do you find John's spirit here in Liverpool?
Absolutely.
You recognise it?
Oh, absolutely. How could you not? I mean, you could just feel it. This was his home. This is his core. And from here, he went everywhere else, but this was his, the core. And everybody loved him, and that was important. There's no words to describe.
Hey, Joe.
Hello, Tim.
Hello.
Yeah.
How's it going? What are you doing at this amazing event?
I'm working. I'm just working, signing and photographing Beatle Fest. I got to work with the Beatles a lot, so they bring me in and do it.
Right. So what are you signing?
I'm signing albums.
Is there a new one?
Photographs? No, a couple of years ago.
So the best ofs?
Yeah, best ofs and collections. Yeah.
Is there a book?
There is a book. I'm signing that. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Badfinger and Beyond. Co-wrote it with an American journalist. Yeah.
Okay. And most importantly, are you playing?
I'm playing at the Royal Court Theatre tomorrow night. Yeah.
What's the band?
Show.
Tell me about the band.
It's a bunch of lads. We all played with the Beatles. I played with John and George.
Can you tell us on what?
Played on the Imagine Out Manjala Sky and I Don't Want to Be a Soldier. And played on All of All Things Must Pass with George. And then we did the Bangladesh concert with him as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's been quite a Beatle influence career.
That's quite a history. Joe Flannery. That's me. What on earth are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I hope you've come to buy my book.
You bet. I'm not going away without it. Len, Mr. Query Man himself. What are you doing here at International Beatleweek?
I'm selling books. Memorabilia, t-shirts, this is my daughter. I'll be doing a meet and greet with the other guys in the band later on.
Will you be playing?
No, not today.
Today.
We'll be playing at the Royal Court tomorrow evening.
Millie, Courtney, one of the biggest names in Liverpool today. What's cooking? What are you doing in International Beatleweek? Have you been playing?
Yeah, I've been playing.
Where did you play?
I played at a bar down by the Evac Club.
Oh, I know it.
Not very good with names.
I
played at the Cavern.
Doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, it was so hot down there.
It is
was
a little,
ridiculous.
yes, swimming trunks,
God.
I think, is what you should be wearing down the Cavern. But what about the atmosphere?
It was amazing.
The audience?
Yeah.
From all around the world?
So great.
Yeah.
There were actually people selling fans in the girls' toilets. That's how hot it was. It was ridiculous.
So Neil, you're in town for Beatleweek. How did it go, the show?
Well, I have to say, it's not the easiest route.
well, with a gale blowing through, and I think, you know, it was lovely. It was great. It's lovely. It's always great coming here for Beatleweek. They are the beautiful people. They are, because, I mean, whatever you think of the Beatles, they wrote some fantastic songs, and they kind of, well, as our mutual friend Derek Taylor said, you know, they didn't catch the bus. The Beatles were the bus, you know. And every song is a winner, and you hear it everywhere around the corner. You know, there's bits of songs, and it's just a privilege being here and being invited by Uncle Bill Heckle.
Bill Heckle, the one and only.
Yeah.
When I see her coming down the street, I get so shaky and I feel so weak. I tell my eyes look the other way, but they don't seem to hear a word I say. And I go to pieces and I wanna hide.
Welcome back to Liverpool.
Thank you very much. I haven't been here for many years.
I was going to say, was it something we said?
No, not that I can't even remember. I'm not sure when the last time I was here was. You know,
I think it was 65 or 66, if I'm performing anyway.
Probably, because we never played the Cavern, I know that.
You never played the Cavern, so this is the first?
This is the first.
How did the show go?
It seemed to go well. I mean, I always enjoy doing it, and they were a great audience.
It's a little different, this show, isn't it? Can you describe it for our viewers?
It's a bit hard it's easier said than done. I mean, it's a mixture of songs and stories and bits of multimedia stuff and videos and photos that I've accumulated over the ages. It covers a lot of decades. I mean, you know, it covers obviously the Beatles era, because that's particularly why we're here, but it's about the 60s and past the 60s, and actually parts of it go back before that. So.
Is this a show you've been touring? Is this something new?
It's not exactly touring. I've been doing it for some years, every now and then. And I amend it all the time, because obviously I update it. And somebody finds a new video or something and I throw it in there. Or somebody corrects a fact. One of the reasons, people are always asking, well, are you going to write a book? And I say, no. I like doing this better because you can change it. Somebody says that's wrong, I go, oh, okay, I'll change it.
Peter Asher, it's a pleasure and it's a line to officially induct you into the Cavern Wall of Fame.
I'm on.
Peter Asher.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Jeff Allen Ross.
Craig.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Good to see you.
Yeah. I'm right.
Lovely to see you.
Well, yeah, absolutely, man. And we're better than on Matthew Street.
Matthew Street.
It's the home of Merseyside.
It is the home of pretty much everything. None of us would be musicians if it wasn't for what happened here.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And
everybody would be playing skiffle.
And yeah, I was never impressed by the sort of the stardom thing of anybody in the business, but the stuff that they do, you know, that's a whole different matter. So I've always been a fan of that, but never of the kind of the hysteria. I mean, it's a shame, you know, they were screamed off the stage. But on the other hand, you know, they developed single-handedly the multi-track recording business. You know, and on the minus side, because of Sgt. Pepper, there's all those bloody Can I say bloody? I just did. Oh, I've done it again. Oh, me. Oh no,
not in Liverpool. you can't get away with language like that here.
Prog rock albums.
You can't say that either.
Oh, that's worse.
It's getting worse. Once you start.
If it hadn't been for Sgt. Pepper, there wouldn't have been all of that prog rock or concept album. But anyway.
So you hold a grudge slightly.
Nobody's clean.
Very final question. And it's a quickie. Superman or Green Lantern?
Next time we come, we go to the Spanish place.
There's my Green Lantern ring.
Come on, let me hear you sing. We are the